Welcome to Abnormal Truth, everyone. Thanks for clicking in. So, I wanted to do this video on how far does the Mandela effect go because I've been watching a lot of new videos here lately, and people are claiming a lot of different things are happening to them. And I want to use one as an example. There's a lady with a Mandela effect video on YouTube that says her husband used to tell the same stories all the time, and now he is now saying that and denying that one of these stories ever happened to him. So she had been married to a husband for a long time, and some people just tell the same stories over and over, and they may only tell a story once a year, but if you know them for long enough, you'll hear the same story a few times at least. And she says her husband now, uh, is a different person because of that. And it seems like the woman was practically in tears. So I just don't think you should look at it that way if that actually happened. I have my own personal Mandela effect like that also, just from like a trip my parents and I went on, and they no longer remember going on this trip. And so the thought passed my mind, hey, are these really my parents? Well, when you look at it, they really are. I mean, and let's say we're all in and saying this was a Mandela effect because neither one of my parents remember this trip we took. Let's say that's the worst case scenario, right? So, they still had their same professions, they still look the same. They still have most of their likes and dislikes. So to me, they're still my parents either way. And I think we should all look at it that way. You got to be strong and take it as it is and look at it not like, oh my gosh, my spouse is different. It's not like he looks totally different or anything like that, like you happen to marry a completely different person. Your husband just doesn't remember one of the stories he used to tell you, and that may be a Mandela effect. Maybe he didn't have those experiences and didn't have that story in this timeline. Who knows? But yeah, it's wild to think about, but it also makes me think, how far does the Mandela effect go? How far does it go for you guys? Do you think it just stops at movie lines and some lyrics and cereal and things like that? Or has your body changed? Has the continents changed? Have capitals changed? Is our whole location in our galaxy changed from the arm of Sagittarius? It's, and that's another wild one that I definitely remember. I always thought of us as the hillbillies of the galaxy because we were out on the outer edge, basically, of our galaxy, and now we're like pretty much in the middle of it. And so there's a lot of little weird things like that happen. So how far does the Mandela effect go? And it's basically I just haven't decided yet, but it seems like it's going further than just pop culture things and consumerism and stuff like that. I think it has changed other things. And so the most of the changes seem subtle. There's a new one for anatomy about the mental foramens, and those new holes in the skull do look different to me. But then I think, well, how did the nerves get where they need to be without those holes? So that's kind of strange. I don't remember them being there either. I don't ever remember seeing four small holes on the front of a skull. And but yet, how if they weren't there before, then how did our like nerve endings get through and stuff? So I don't. It's very strange. But that's what I've been thinking of when I first started basically trying to study the Mandela effect. I was more trying to look at, is this thing going to continue and is there new ones occurring? But now I'm more interested in a lot of other things, but I'm more interested in how far it's going. Uh, have some of the continents changed? Has names of capitals changed? Things like that, other than just, movies and things like that. So I think it really is the case that other things are changing. And, as always, I'm going to keep an eye out and really keep kind of tabs on this thing. And I'm actually surprised that the Mandela effect still seems to be happening. And it's also interesting that I think we still really do not know who is doing this, what is doing this. And I do have my favorite theories. But anyway, I want to know what you guys think. How far does the Mandela effect go? Is Australia further away than it used to be or closer? Did New Zealand change where it is on the map? It just goes on and on and on, and I really try to think. It seems like that it's actually going a lot further than I ever expected. There are even a few events in history that have seemed to have changed. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll be always read all the comments, and I try to leave that little check there so the owner of the channel read your comment. And so yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will come out with another video very soon. I appreciate you guys listening to me, and I'll see you soon.